Yeah, but
It's a very low budget production here, so we gotta hit the record button.
we didn't spend that much on this.
No, we're in the comfort of our homes. This is our Q&A part of our viral content day. We're just trying to get together and create stuff, create interaction for everybody out there to kind of keep things fresh and keep you guys in the loop and find creative ways to do that. So I pulled up a lot of the questions. So I put up a thread earlier today. This hopefully will kind of catch on and we'll have more questions that we can handle eventually. But we had a lot of folks that came and wanted to get involved with this today, and they left us some questions, and some of them are pretty basic, some of them are a little more introspective. But I know a few of you out there are wondering about this album and when exactly it's going to be out and available for you. I know this has been the craziest process I've ever experienced with trying to be patient and wait to see what all of our options were. You know, we'll be releasing the record sometime this spring. So, you know, April, May, you know, somewhere in that window, we're really going to be able to lock it in. And Cava Gold Records out of Seattle is going to be doing a lot to try to make sure that, you know, the word gets out there and that the music gets out there and gives us a chance to really kind of use this record as a stepping stone. I mean, we really do only look at it as like the beginning, you know, but there's some really good songs here. And we think that it has a lot of potential. So hopefully all that works out and all this time and waiting will be worth it, you know?
Absolutely. I think the best thing too, me and Donald were talking about this, is you know, the fans that have been there since day one. I mean, we started this 2 years ago, and you know, some of those fans from the 2 years ago that you stuck with us through, you know, the ups and downs. You've been with us through the entire process. So I think that that's what makes everything that much more special. And, you know, we appreciate you, you know, love everything. So
You got the dogs coming in here.
the dogs are hanging out.
The dogs have been waiting. The dogs want to know what's going on. They have their own questions.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It lends itself to the whole, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I know, you know, we're gonna bring some of the names in all these questions too. So if we butcher your name, please forgive us. I mean, know that we have the best intention in our hearts. But we have Bart over in Europe that was asking us about a European tour, and if the album is going to be released through like a Pledge Music campaign. I'm not too familiar with the Pledge Music. I think it's probably kind of like the Kickstarter type of thing or something like that. You know, having a partnership with Cava Gold really kind of helps us, you know, not have to go down that road, but it is a very interesting option now that, you know, we didn't have 10 or 15 years ago. So that is a pretty cool option for bands out there. European tour, I mean, we hope so. I mean, really, like, you know, we're just starting this big, so we're probably going to set our sights as far as Jacksonville, you know, right now. And if we can kind of branch out from there, that'd be great. But knowing that we already have people over there that are listening and that support us, I think only increase our chances of actually making it over there eventually. So
Absolutely.
It's pretty exciting. You've been to Europe?
I have. I've been to London before, yeah. You know, just haven't been out there.
Is UK, does that count as Europe? Or?
Yeah.
It's
UK, I think so. I mean, I'm not a...
It's European. See, I don't know. I have not had the fortune to tour in Europe yet. And it's been a dream of mine forever. I've always said that, you know, if I ever get to where I can play Wembley Stadium, then I'm going to drop to my knee and I'm going to say that day, I'm going to be like, you know, this has been an incredible ride. I mean, just to get to that point would be amazing, honestly. But I hope so. I mean, Bart, it's like I said, it's a dream. So if we ever finally make it there, you're probably going to think it's a dream too, because it's been so long since we've been trying to do all this. But thank you for reaching out from across the pond and encouraging us, and letting us know that you're there and you're ready to rock. So
it's been really cool because we've had a lot of people overseas who have shown a lot of positive support and positive reactions.
Like Camilla Bonnichen, our Dutch friend, I believe.
Camilla,
right?
Exactly.
Camilla, Tom, I know Tom's interacting with you a lot. This is actually really cool just to be able to kind of connect everybody on a name-to-name basis. But Camilla, you know, she's supported us over there in
Denmark, I think.
Denmark, yeah. and she was asking about Serious Superman, which I don't know if a lot of people kind of kept up with some of the videos that we were putting out during our studio session, but we had Serious Superman kind of watching over the session and keeping things a little lighthearted and serious when they needed to be.
Right, yeah.
He was so serious that we couldn't help but have a good time, you know, so.
He was basically, he was a little, I think he was like a head cover for a golf club.
Golf club head cover.
But, you know, Superman, and he ended up being the mascot for the whole record session.
He kept his guy in check, you know, which I don't know if a lot of people know, but Tom basically came in blind to this whole thing, you know what I mean? It was something where, you know, we were trying to put together these songs, and we didn't have a lot of time together. I mean, we were getting together like once a week or something, you know, maybe 3 or 4 times a month, and for him to really have the time to build and grow on these songs, he really had to do a lot of that in the studio. So it was amazing what he was able to do and be able to come through with. So I mean, I know he's excited. You know, well, you know, now we're in the position where we're a band and we're doing this and we're making videos and we're talking to people and getting to live on some of these songs and grow. So I know it's only going to get better, I guess I should say.
It was a different, you know, situation. We definitely did it more guerrilla style as far as recording and really writing the drum parts and the guitar parts as we recorded them, which is typically you want 3 months of pre-production if you can get.
Yeah.
But you know, Serious Superman kept us in check and saw us through it. So.
And a lot of the times, some of those drum parts and stuff, they come together organically as you're writing the songs together. And when you have a song that's already written and then you're just trying to add to it, it's kind of hard to get that organic growth out of it. So you just kind of have to do your best to complement the track, and I think obviously he did an incredible job doing that. So
thank you.
We're rocking and rolling. So that's Camilla over there. Let's see, we got, you know, I got to talk to Sherry.
Okay.
Sherry up in Chicago. She's, you know, you've been supporting me. I mean, some of my oldest fans, you know, back Submerged days, and I mean, I feel like we were kids then, you know what I mean? Like, so many crazy memories, and then we went through the whole Iron Empire experience together, and that was very intense, you know, that was an intense experience, and you've always been such a big supporter, and I appreciate you so much, but I know you're asking if we're going to be touring, and we are, and I know we have Alma Lozano out in El Paso, Texas, is asking if we're going to make it out there. You know, we have Texas in our sights. We have, you know, a lot of these areas that were strong for some of our previous bands, Iron Empire and Candlebox and Submersed, and you know, those are going to be areas that obviously it would be wise for us to focus on when we start touring. And right now it's just a matter of, you know, getting our ducks in a row. You know, we're working day jobs now, and this is not a full-time experience for us. You know, we're trying to find ways to leverage our life and put ourselves in a position to be able to bring the music to you guys, and a lot of your support, a lot of you helping us get this music out there and building the demand is going to help us come, you know, be able to supply you, you know, with the music. It's supply and demand, and right now a lot of people are you know, looking at us saying, where are the numbers?
Right.
You know, if we're gonna, you know, partner up with you, or if we're gonna sign you or do whatever, where are the numbers? Where's the demand? You know, where are these group of core people that are really going to make this expense worth it? You know, because it's a crazy expensive game, and it's not one of those games where you see the return a lot. You know, it's a lot of it's just going away. The money just disappears. You know.
Nowadays, it's all about, you know, social media numbers. It's what you can do online, what your presence can do, what your fans can do for you, and sharing stuff. And you guys have been great. And
in the same sense, we understand that's what we can do for you. Right. And I know how that is as a fan, is going, you know, I hate it when an artist is always like, you know, give me from the fans, you know, because you give us the opportunity to even do this to begin with. So that's pretty monumental. So this is why we want to do this type of stuff and give you this type of interaction, because we want to make it worth it. We want to give you as much as well. So hopefully, you know, share the love, give it back. Let's see, you know, some of the more deeper questions. We have some really good ones. You know, I love it. Jennifer and Christopher Carpenter, some of my other Illinois peoples out there. And congratulations on the baby, by the way. I was keeping up with that y'all did have a newbie, and I know he has some pretty rocking onesies around the house. So congratulations to you guys. But Jen stopped by and was asking how this musical journey differs from the ones in our past. And I know that, Tom really had the same journey, the same expansion journey. This is really his biggest shot to really kind of get out there to this date. But
yeah,
that's huge for you.
It's for me. It's crazy. I mean, I've been playing drums for a long time in a lot of different local bands and stuff, especially down here in Florida. And all it is for me, the processes that I've had in my past have been all revolved around, playing shows and playing original songs, but a lot of cover songs as well. And I think that that's a process that any musician striving to get to that next level,
I think we all go through it.
Yeah.
I mean, from garage bands in high school, it's all about cover songs.
You're learning those songs of those inspirations
Alice
that
in
you followed your
Chains,
entire life.
Soundgarden, Live,
Right, exactly.
Pearl Jam.
Absolutely. So the coolest thing for me, I've always...
Candlebox.
Dude, forget about you. The coolest thing for me was being able to be part of something where I can be creative myself and really let my ability and my style shine. And with these guys, with Donald and Pete, doing the recording process was amazing. Peter produced it, and getting to work with him, especially this was just our first record, but just as a big fan of his, was the coolest thing for me.
It was awesome. And I played guitar on this record, which was crazy. Yeah. And I was having to do it with Peter producing it, and I'm like, this is one of these guys that, musically came along at a point in my life when, I didn't even realize how confused I was at what I wanted. It was like I just lived in such a comfortable environment which I guess was nice, but it really kind of left me oblivious to that bigger question that was coming up in my life as a freshman, sophomore in high school, and that was, what are you going to do with your life? And so to come in on this record, from the previous records where it was really kind of one of those, it's like an I Empire, in a metal band like that, everybody really kind of stands, alone. It's really one of those things where it's the sum of your parts. And, I just really focused on the vocal and tried to make that the best I could. And in this environment, I was contributing to the composition, and I was playing off of Peter, and Peter was playing off of me, and we were all playing off of Tom, and that just made the experience, I guess, deeper for me, let alone the fact that these were songs that I had written, and these other bands I was, contributing to the parts, and in this I was creating the parts, and that's huge for me, and I think it allows me to connect with this record more than past records because this is me, it's some of these stories and some of these words are probably a little too personal, but I try to be poetic enough to where it wasn't that scary, kind of letting it out there. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to sharing it with you, and I'm hoping that's something that's going to be different as well. I'm hoping that we're touring all over the world and we're doing things that I've never got to do before, and it just makes this experience one of a kind in itself. So no matter how long you've been doing it and the way you've done it before, every new band's a new band, and it's a new experience, and that's why we're starting from the ground up. So pretty awesome question, and I appreciate you reaching out. Reaching out on that one, and once again, congrats on that baby. Y'all be careful, and I hope everything's going good, Jen. I know the last time we talked, y'all were going through a lot of different hard times, and I hope everything's looking up for you guys. Y'all are incredible people, and we definitely think about y'all. Want to bless you. So
congrats on the baby.
Yeah. I know we had another really good one, Dustin Henson. No, wait a minute. Dustin, I know you were asking about a tour. Absolutely. We were kind of dressed up a little earlier, but we're going to come see you. We're going to come get you. He wants to hear Wings and Price of Fame, which Price of Fame was one of my favorite songs that Submerged ever did, even though it didn't get to see the light of day. But it tells the whole story about what we're going through right now. So good stuff there.